Welcome to revision of 4 book summaries. Let us start our session. And today I recommend everyone to take the paper and pen on your hand and answer each and everything in the questions that mentioned in the first book summary, as well as take the notes for each and every book summary so that after ending, we will have a Q&A session. Let me share my screen. I'm sharing my screen. I hope so my screen is getting visible. Yes, my screen is visible. Great. Let us see the 4 book summaries that we have covered in this week, starting from January 2nd. And we have seen the 4 books in these different genres. First book that we have covered in this year is Change Your Questions, Change Your Life, written by Marilee Adams. Write down these 4 headings in your paper and pen. Change your questions and change your life. Second book is all about the apology impulse. I'm giving time to write down. Write down that the apology impulse, written by Carrie Cooper and C.N. O'Meara. And write down the third book named Do Over. And the 4th book name, this is Your Brain on Music. Write down each and every book title in your paper. Okay. Now let us move into the each and every book, top 3 lessons, and what we can take from that and what we can implement in our lives. Let us see the first book, Change Your Questions, Change Your Life, written by Marilee Adams. You have the power to choose your reactions, whether to learn or judge. There are a few questions that author is suggesting us in terms of any situation. If you make any mistake or if you make any uncomfortable situation, you are there. At that time, there are few don'ts, few do's. Let us see the don'ts question. These questions should not be asked by yourself. These questions asked by yourself. Okay, let us see the don'ts questions. Why am I so careless? Write down this question. Why am I so careless? If suppose anything you have procrastinated, or if something happened, broken some glass in your surroundings, then you should not ask this question. Why am I so careless? And don't ask the second question. Why am I failure? Don't ask the third question. Why bother? Instead of these 3 questions, replace these 3 questions with another 3 set of questions, which is nothing but do set of questions. What happened? Write down these 3 questions. What happened? What are my choices right now? What are my choices? What is the best to do right now? These 3 questions should be asked by yourself to choose your reactions, whether to learn or judge. If you want to judge, you will be ended up with these questions. If you want to learn, you will be ended up with these 3 questions. Okay. So always try to learn from any situation instead of judging that. Okay. That's the power of first top lesson from the book, Change Your Questions. Let us see the another 2 lessons. Life is like a life preserver. A switching question can save you from drowning a pit of misery. Like in the previous lesson, do's and do nots. If you are following the do's questions, try to change that questions so that you will have the learning mindset and you will not enter into the pit of misery. Now it's time to write down the 12 questions and answers to guide your success. I want each and every question to be answered in detail. There is no hurry in this. Write down 12 questions and answers for each and every question. Let us see the 12 questions. Let me drag from the top. What do I want? Question number 1. What do I want? I'm giving 1 minute time. Write down what are your dreams or what are your goals, what are your desires. What do I want? You can tell I want to do meditation for 15 minutes, walking with nature, writing journal every day, whatever it is. Eat healthy food. Great. What do I want? List down all your needs and desires, whatever you want. Okay. It may contain 20 to 30 list. You do it on your free time. Once you give some space for that to write down the next answers. Go to the second question. What are my choices? What are my choices? In this question, answer your choices from the top question answer. First question answer, whatever you have written. You select few options from that into the current day scenario. What are my choices? What to do right now on this day? Write down all the choices of the day.
Akhil, sorry for interruption.
Yeah.
Yeah. In what do I want? Can I write my goals in that?
Yeah, you can write your goals. Your goals, your aspirations, your needs, your household activities also you can write down. What do I want? What do you want? Like if I want to create an online radio, online courses, or sales, it's all my wants. I want something. What do you really want? And out of your want, what are your choices right now on this day? What do you want to do today? And what is your selection of choices from the first question answer? If you don't understand anything, you can stop me anywhere and you can ask me the another question. My choices of the day. Watching courses, office work, meeting with manager, reading book. Yeah, done. Let us go for the third question. Which assumptions am I making? Which assumptions are you making? Write down what are the assumptions are you making? You can change the question as per your convenience, like am I or are you? Which assumptions are you making? Like if suppose I create 2 videos on this day, I may get so and so. If I create 2 Facebook posts or Instagram posts, I may get so and so. I create dash and dash so that I get dash and dash. This is the format you can write. Which assumptions are you making? Write down assumptions another 1 minute. Let us go for the fourth question. What am I responsible for? What are you responsible for? This will be your duties and responsible targets of the day. In my case, I need to deliver my project work, or I need to deliver the today targets of my work. So that is my targets. I need to deliver at least 2 live videos in the YouTube. This is my need, but responsibility comes from what you have set your choices. I am 100% responsible for completing targets, completing daily habits, spending quality time with family. What are you responsible for? You can write down your own responsibilities of the day. Let us move on to the next question. How else can I think about this? How else can I think about this? How else can I think about this? Am I responsible for so and so? So how else I can think about this? At what time I can complete this? At what time? At so and so on time? At 9 a.m. Before 9 a.m. I can complete writing goal. Before 12 p.m. I can complete so and so. My habits. Like this, you can write down how else you can think about that. Let us see the next question. Sixth question. What is the other person thinking, feeling, or wanting? What is the other person thinking, feeling, or wanting? Think, feel, or want. If suppose my manager needs some set of outputs from my side, what does he feel if I don't deliver? If I deliver, what he feels? If I deliver, he feels satisfied. If I complete my habits, I feel fulfilled. If I give more value, I think I get more blessings from universe. Great. Let us move on to the seventh question. Is there something am I missing or avoiding? Is there something are you avoiding? Is there something are you missing or avoiding? Something am I missing? avoiding, yeah, few things I might be avoiding in the time schedule. Set it out clearly. Next one is most important question, 8th question. What can I learn from? What can you learn from? In this question, we have subcategories. What can you learn from a person? Either it may be person, or either it may be situation, or either it may be mistake, either it may be failure, either it may be success. What can you learn from? From a person, I can learn, stay motivated and keep hustling. From a situation, I can learn to stay balanced, and from mistakes, I can learn to not repeat again. From failure, I can learn never give up attitude. From success, I can learn gratitude towards success. Any doubts till now? No? Do you have any doubts?
Akhil, what is it for situation?
Situation, we can learn to stay balanced. Like life is like my mentor used to tell about life is like an ECG. You need to stay balanced. There will be ups and downs.
Yeah, okay.
Just a minute. I need sorry. Yeah. You can learn from situation that how to stay balanced, or from situation you can learn how to respond and how not to respond. Suppose some fighting is there from two persons. Either you try to solve them, or either you observe them clearly what is going to happen. One person side, you feel that it is judgmental, means you can feel that one person is correct, one person is not correct. From situation, you can learn how to respond or how to behave. Got it, Ravikran? Let us move on to the 9th question. Which action steps makes the most sense? What are the action steps that you can take right now on this day to make most sense? Yes, Ravikran, do you have any questions?
Actually, now I have a question on the first one. What do I want and what I am responsible for?
Yeah.
What is the difference between both? And both look like same.
What do I want is like your dreams, aspirations, like even you can include the household activities. Whereas what am I responsible for is a deliverable targets. Today, if suppose I need to complete 50 calls, that is my responsibility. But I want to spend some quality time with my family. It can be anything. Responsibility is for certain target amount of the deliverables. Got it?
Yeah.
So there will be certain targets of the day. If suppose I want to create 2 YouTube videos today, I can create it. That is I'm responsible for. Means if I set that target, if I don't set the target, it will goes into the want. Numerical want is nothing but responsibility. Let us go for which action step makes the most sense. What are the action steps that gives you what you want in your choices? What are the action steps to take on this day? In my case, doing research on book summarization, and working on algorithms, and creating content, unique content, completing habits, everything is covered. Great. Next, let us move on to the 10th question. What questions should I ask? Pre-plan your questions so that you will not worry about the situation. In my case, I have a meeting with manager. I need to plan the questions. What should I ask? In your case, if you are dealing with any situation with your family, try to format the questions before you discuss the conversation. What questions should you ask? Have made so and so progress? Would you please give me your feedback? Like this, you can write down your questions. What should you ask with your person's situation, whatever it is. I cooked food. Would you please taste and give me feedback? Great. Let us move on to the next question. How can I turn this into a win-win? How can I turn this into a win-win? If you want to turn any questions to make a win-win, if in questions you ask for feedback, so that ask what they'll get. Win-win means it should be beneficial for the asker and the receiver, means answer. Who asked the question and who answered the question. Both should get benefited. Try to format the questions in the form of win-win. Or how to turn your conversation into a win-win. Your feedback gives more clarity and brings more efficiency for both of us. Try to convey your win-win situation in your conversation. Let us see the final question. What is possible? If the conversation gives unachievable targets on the day, tell them clearly. On today, I can work up to 60% of the target. I complete 60% of the target, and I can complete the entire targets by the so and so date and time. What is possible? What is your ability of achieving the tasks.
Akhil, can you scroll up a bit? Last two questions.
I'm think so every question is clear. What is possible? How can I turn this into a win-win? And
Yeah,
what is
now,
possible?
now it's, yeah.
Got it? So these are all 12 questions. You can write down answers even every day or even weekly basis, so that if you change your questions, you can change your life by yourself. Okay. I have taken long time for this book summary, but it is worthy. Let us move on to the next set of book summaries and dedicate some time to answer each and every answer to the question. Let us move to the second book summary that we have covered on the January 3rd, The Apology Impulse, written by Cary Cooper and Cian O'Meara. In this book, the word sorry is losing its meaning because companies are apologizing too much. And saying sorry means nothing unless you are willing to actually change. It's okay and sometimes even beneficial to not apologize at all. We have seen some examples for this, the book summary. Sorry means that we are not repeating again. Remember that. Sorry means that we are not repeating the same mistake again. And we have seen some examples of Mark Zuckerberg and Starbucks, how they have changed after saying sorry. After saying sorry, if you are not changing, then there is no value of saying sorry. Sometimes even if you stay calm at that time, it will serve the purpose, like the muddy water example. That's what the books, The Apology Impulse, suggests us. Use the value of sorry very properly. That is the main lesson, The Apology Impulse. Let us see the third book summary, Do Over by John Acuff. Do Over by John Acuff says that to earn more and more income in career savings account. This is a new term that I learned from this book, Do Over. Look at what is in your career savings account. Career savings account is a specific formula designed by John Acuff. The career savings account is nothing but relationships plus skills plus character into hustle. This is a powerful formula. Write down on your paper. CSA equals to R plus S plus C into H. CSA equals to R plus S plus C into H. Career savings account is equals to relationships plus skills plus character into hustle. You need to have these four skills to improve your earnings in the career savings account. Break through any career ceiling with the new skills. Means upgrade yourself every now and then. Take a career jump by investing in your own character. How do you improve your own character? There are three qualities that you can improve your character. One is generosity, empathy, and presence. Generosity means the more you give, the more you get. Empathy means put yourself in the other person's shoes so that you will understand the situation very wisely. And presence means stay in the right now moment and don't think about the past or future while working. So these are the three lessons that we can take. One is CSA, rule, formula, and upgrade yourself, upgrade your character by impacting three core qualities. One is generosity, empathy, and presence in the right now moment. Let us move on to the final book summary that we have covered yesterday. This is Your Brain on Music, written by Daniel Levitin. In this book, we have seen how music is affecting our brain performance. Music is an essential part of evolution, not just a fad. Fad is nothing but a small popularity in initial stage. After that, it will not stay long or it fade away. Every song you hear leaves an imprint for future reference in your brain. Every song you hear leaves an imprint on your brain. Like here, the author given few songs that imprint your situation. If suppose some bride song is there, if you have listened that bride song in a church, you automatically predict what it is going to happen. Sometimes if you listen some melodical songs, you feel that this something prediction is going to happen. The same way music has effect on your brain. So use it wisely, how you are able to hear the music. These are the 4 book summaries that we have covered in this week. We'll come up with another 4 book summaries in the next week. Until then, stay connected, keep progressing, share